Aaron, I encourage you have a sports update. Aaron, how's it going with the World Cup?
A very good morning to you, Rufai. Good morning to you, Doctor. Good morning to you, Ayo. And I must tell you, we are having a very restful Monday. The calm before the storm, some would like to say, because we know the festivities of the semifinals will be coming quick and fast, and it starts tomorrow. We know Argentina, the Albiceleste, will be taking on Croatia for our sports in the final. And on Wednesday, we'll be having Morocco, the Dark Horses, the Atlas Lions, doing battle against the defending champions, the Le Bleu of France. But in the meantime, let's talk about the fact that FIFA has decided to unveil another ball, talking about the Al-Him 4. The semifinals, and I must tell you, because the original one that was used for most of this tournament had blue stripes, white and blue stripes basically, but this is almost like an off-white color with red stripes. So let's see if this color will probably serve Morocco, who share the same colors. Understanding Morocco also will don red in their jerseys. So at the moment, we are looking at a new ball for the semifinals, and maybe we'll be having opportunities to see a major team in the final of this particular competition. Understanding that for the first time in a very long time, we are having 3 confederations featured in the semifinals. Of course, CAF heavily featured there, thanks to Morocco and their very inspiring form, and not forgetting UEFA also being featured there with France, the defending champions, and also the CONMEBOL region also featured heavily with the Albiceleste, and of course Croatia also featuring from UEFA there. So we're looking forward to a semi-final to remember, and right now the jabs are being exchanged, the mind games are actually being played out heavily ahead of the semi-finals. One thing is certain, 90 minutes or maybe 120 minutes, as the case may be, will determine who will be playing in the final in Lusail on Sunday. Away from that, let's talk about the goal scorers in this particular tournament. I must actually tell you, at the moment, Kylian Mbappe is still shining like a million stars. He has 5 goals to his name. He couldn't add to that particular tally when he went against the 3 Lions of England, but he will not worry because he knows he still has 2 more games to prosecute that, regardless of what happens on the day. All teams that are in the semifinals know they still have 2 more games, either playing the losers finals or playing the main finals on Sunday. So let's see how he actually plays out. He has 5 goals. Lionel Messi, who is gunning for the golden ball also, and the golden boot, has got 4 goals. And I must say that Antoine Griezmann has been instrumental for the Le Bleu. Looking at the amount of assists he's actually given to the team, and he has the opportunity to even make it more. He's been able to garner 3 assists for himself. Olivier Giroud has profited heavily from Antoine Griezmann's foray into the 18-yard box, and I'm sure he will be wanting more service. Talking about Olivier Giroud, who also has 4 goals and will be hoping to add to that particular tally. Now, away from that, everyone seems to be talking about Morocco and their fairy tale run, and right now a lot of people are ascribing it to the investment of King Mohammed VI, talking about their ruler there in Morocco, who has invested heavily into infrastructures concerning academies, concerning building pitches. I was actually in Morocco earlier in the year, and I must tell you, I saw firsthand some of the best infrastructures that Africa actually has, and they are saying that it's paying dividends right now on the pitch of play, as it has produced quite a lot of players. The Moroccan League for the men and the women is looking like one of the strongest on the continent, and right now it's no fluke that Morocco are in the semi-finals and they are within touching distance of the finals. I did not even see that one coming. I must actually tell you that for the 3 Lions of England, they are well settled at home, still feeling the pain and still feeling the bite of losing the quarterfinals to the Le Bleu of France. But the talk from the FA is that they want Gareth Southgate, who has been in charge of this team for 2 major tournaments, to go for 3 major tournaments right now, to go for a 4th. They love his stability. They love the calmness he's brought to the dressing room. They love the human touch he's brought to the dressing room. But whether or not Gareth Southgate will remain as coach of the Three Lions of England, we would have to wait and see. He has a lot of thinking to do. Some say that the English media have taken a lot out of him, and he might just want to step aside and leave all the madness behind. But let's wait and see. He knows he has a rare opportunity to do great things. He's got into the semi-finals, got into the finals, and also a quarter-finals berth in that time. And finally, let's talk about Grant Wall, talking about the late American reporter who stirred quite a lot of controversy at this World Cup. At the moment, a lot of more news is actually coming out concerning his death, as autopsy should be conducted on him. I must actually tell you that people are questioning the fact that with all the infrastructure, with well over $228 billion spent on infrastructure here in Qatar, that it is shocking that no defibrillator was close by to actually help and aid in assisting with CPR for Grant Wall when he actually collapsed in the stadium. And people are questioning and calling out the Qatari authorities that they do have defibrillators in the stadium, but it wasn't within touching distance of when it actually happened.
Well, Grant Wall, may he rest in peace. You know, of course, that he created news originally when he wore that, jersey in support of the LGBTQ. And his brother has been interviewed, and he has raised concern also that he thinks that the circumstances of his death will appear suspicious. However, he himself had tweeted before his death that he had been battling bronchitis and was on a regime of antibiotics, days before he eventually passed. In fact, his birthday was on Thursday. He was 48, and then he died on Friday. We're very unfortunate. Yes, you're right, questions have been raised. But what is curious is that a second journalist has died. A reporter with our class television, and his name is Almi Salam. Although circumstances of his own death have not been defined, but this has raised concerns among journalists that why are journalists, dropping dead at the World Cup tournament. As for Gareth Southgate, yes, Gareth Southgate has done very well. He has brought credibility to the Three Lions. But the speculation is that ahead of his contract expiring in 2024, after the Euro 2024, he says he's considering maybe stepping aside because the work of being the manager of the Three Lions is beginning to take his toll on him. But even if he decides at any point, there will be no doubt that he'll be able to find a good club, either in the Champions League in Europe or even there in England. But he's done very well. He has restored the confidence of the Three Lions and the whole of the UK, of England, the people are very excited. I saw Kylian Mbappe that you're talking about. Erik ten Hag, the manager of the Manchester United, thinks that Marcus Rashford is in fact better. He says, Kylian Mbappe is a type like Marcus Rashford, but Rashford has scored only 3 goals for England, and England crashed out. But I don't know, maybe that comparison is just one of nepotism. After all, Marcus Rashford is with the Manchester United, and his contract is going to end at the end of this season, and probably Erik ten Hag is trying to encourage him not to leave. That's that about that. I mean, some people may well say they agree with Erik ten Hag. But Kylian Mbappe has done very well for France in this tournament.
Please, I just have to say this real quickly because I know we have to go for break. You can't compare death and sleep. Kylian Mbappe is dead. Marcus Rashford is sleep. Are you kidding me? A World Cup winner? What is Ten Hag even saying? A World Cup winner at the age of 18, less than 20? The best player, one of the best footballers on earth today, the future of modern day football, Kylian Mbappe, is heads and light years ahead of Marcus Rashford. That is just struggling to get back. He's not even a starting lineup share. Doesn't even get a starting lineup share in the England team.
Anyway, each person with his own opinion. Thank you very much, Aaron Akirejola, and please keep safe out there.